What's up, people? Welcome to another edition of Inside Jokes RV. This is yours truly, Joe Shelton. Let's get into this episode. Me and my RV. All right, y'all. The focus of today's episode is another DIY project. Again, a lot of my projects aren't necessarily essential to going out and enjoying RV and camp. These are just sort of little upgrades and things I'm doing over the time to get the RV personalized, and little small things that you see that you can, that you might want to upgrade. Just like your house. You buy a house, you start doing little things, changing the floor, and changing the curtains, changing the furniture. So that's all I've been really basically doing with the RV. And we're going to get into a little more of that somewhere in this video. But today's project is about the bathroom. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the shower. Walls, all that is pretty cool. But I'm going today, this is the shower head that came in here. And I'm going to assume this is the original shower head that came with this RV, and you can see this little shower railing here, and this never, you can see how like it never, there's no latch or anything on here that keeps this. I don't know if it's something down there, but this never really just, you're taking a shower, you still have this open right here, so it never closed. And I'm looking to see, there doesn't seem to be some type of catch or something that where this will snap. And so my thought process is, let's renovate, let's update these fixtures, the shower head, possibly do something with this entire structure right here, whether it be remove this whole thing and put up a more like your traditional rod that you see in a residential shower, and put more of a fabric-y type curtain instead of this is like plastic. So that way it would, I can put magnets where it could close and keep this more sealed up. And right here, this is the faucet. As you can see, that little green, like oxidation, I guess from the hard water. You have to constantly clean that. So I just wanted to upgrade that and give the bathroom another little feel. You can see, if you notice that, watch one of my other videos where I upgraded the sink, and I put these things here. These are soap dispensers, and this is sort of a move it around. It's got a spray. So I wanted to keep the same theme of this color, the sort of black, and upgrade it to that same fixture here. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. These are all items I ordered off of Amazon. So this is the faucet and a shower head and it came together. This is a shower head, and it has different modes. You can flick it. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different modes. Has a little jet thing right here where you can sort of point it like that. Of course, here's the hosing that goes for it with it. The main part. This is the new spigot. This faucet, basically labeled hot and cold. Connection where you put your pipe. And all the little hardware to hang the shower head on the wall. What is it here? Plumber's tape, screws and everything that we need to mount that up there. And that's it. So let's put this back in here. All right, what's next over here? We got This is for the sink. Sink right there. I mean, this stuff is very plasticky. You know, we're gonna see how long this lasts. Now I put the price of all this stuff down in the but I wanted to sort of match the sink what we had going on in there. So take that off and it'll be something like that. And this will give you a little more distance in that small bathroom sink. The higher nozzle, you can maybe put some more stuff on there if you need to put a pot or something, I don't know. But that's that. Came with nothing else. All right, let's see what else we got over here. Then this is the shower rod. Shower rod. You know, the same little curve shower rod you normally see in a residential bathroom. Couple of pieces. 5 pipe parts. And here are the 2 mounts to go on each wall. Now, if I did my measuring right, I think it's like 34 inches width on that. And I think this says this is 35. So I may have to trim one of these pipes. I brought my Dremel tool, my cutoff wheel. I might have to do some modification for that, but we'll see. Hope not. We can get in there and check that out. This is the little cheap shower curtain I got. And then this is just something, you know, on Amazon. I think it's like $6. But I eventually might go to like Walmart or somewhere, Bath, and you know, find one of the mold and mildew resistant type material. And we'll see how they go. All right, but that's what we got. And I noticed I don't have any shower rings, so I'm gonna have to definitely go get some shower rings for that. All right, let's get to it to see how we're gonna attack this job. Before we go any further, man, I got to introduce. Hey, this is one of my Christmas gifts I got. A 4K camera. And I'm gonna start using this. Well, I used it a little bit in my last video. This is another gadget to the content creation. Very inexpensive camera, but it has very good quality so far. If you're looking to add to your content creation, you know, especially doing how-to videos, you want different angles, hey, I recommend getting this camera. Not sponsored by them, but hey, y'all, SJ Cam, y'all hit me up. All right, we're gonna tackle this right here first. Let's get some screwdrivers and let's try to remove this first. Let's do an eyeball test. Yep, it looks like that's roughly the same size. All right. That's exactly what it is, but I think man, it's always good. You just sort of got to troubleshoot stuff, man. Like, if you've never done stuff like this before, you probably struggle with that. But I knew sort of that there had to be a screw holding this in. And I had to look at this. You just sort of analyze your stuff, man, and it'll work its way out. So the screw that's holding that on is right there. Voila. Voila. So now, let's see if there's anything that's holding this metal part here on. Let's see a little. But there you have it, people. Simple. Now we get this off. There's some clips back here. Put those on. Pieces separate. All this stuff, man, you know, it's just all plastic stuff, man. So probably the same quality stuff. You know, people do RVs, they put, this is still working, there wasn't no problems with it. But you know, all the plastic parts. And I think that's the difference from one of those big 6-figure, $500,000 rigs. They use more residential quality metal stuff. But hey, it is what it is. All right, so this new one comes with, and these are metal. Okay. These are metal. Okay, that's an upgrade right there. It's a washer. So I'm assuming this may go. Go in here. This hand tight nose on there. Hand tighten. Remove some of this old silicone from around here. All right, I think I got that pretty much hand tightened. I did notice when I took this old one off, they weren't really that tight, you know, and that's a weird place. That's one of them places where you'll have drippage or a little leak, slow leak for years, and you won't know it. All right, hopefully these same shower match up with this, so I don't have to create a new hole. This goes on the wall, and that slides down like that. Okay, so this is an adhesive thing. All right, so let's get this old one off. My battery died on my GoPro, so got this up. This is hope y'all can see it. This right here is the shower head bracket. There's an adhesive thing that you can put up here where you don't have to drill with those, and you know, that should hold it up. You're never really putting any too much weight or pressure on there anyway. But there is an option where I could drill a hole in that bracket if I was uncertain of that adhesive holding it on. But I'm positive that adhesive should stick on. And if it doesn't, just use a drill with the hole. The hole's already there. I use the previous holes and attach it on. So now I've gotten the hose into this. I'm just gonna, it already has a gasket in it. And I'm just gonna tighten that up. It has a rubber gasket already in there. And I think that's good enough right there. All right, we're gonna remove this little hose. All right, y'all, my battery died on my GoPro, so I don't know how much I got on any of these cameras, and the battery died on this camera, so I had to stop and recharge for a second. But anyhow, I got faucet installed. It's solid, hot and cold. Got the hose, got this hose clamp and the shower head clamp. Take it off. There's different modes. I'm assuming that might be off right there. Got different variances of that. Then you can see right those little holes right there. You can point it, sort of use it as a jet. And there we go, installed. All right, so second, I'm sitting here thinking about this shower bracket. What I could do, I could just take this whole this part off of this and leave this frame and just put some little shower curtain hooks and put a shower curtain right there. Because this is really installed very solid. And I don't know if I really want to mess with that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm almost 90% I don't want to mess with that. So I will take this off. I'm sure some hooks that'll go over that. And I can just slide over here and I can get some magnets and put right here to make sure the shower stays within the shower tub. Maybe put some magnets down below at the bottom so it seals. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I can return that other shower bracket back to Amazon. All right. Next I have to do, install this. Put your paws getting down on the ground, get up under there. I don't think that'll be too difficult. All right, y'all. That's going to end the video for that portion of the bathroom upgrade. We'll tackle the faucet on the next video. And man, I'm sort of upset at y'all, man. Listen, when you go back and look at your videos, I realized one thing when I'm going back and watching my videos. It's like I'm wearing the same thing in every video. I promise y'all, I got more clothes than that. So you see, I got a new shirt on. See that? All right, I'm gonna take this off so you can see it. So I promise you, I'm gonna start changing clothes. I don't know. I just have my my work clothes, my comfort clothes. I just throw on anytime I get ready to do some type of project. And I'm looking at my videos, it's like I'm wearing the same thing. I promise you, I got more clothes than that. And I want to talk about I got a few new viewers, and I want to talk about the method to my RV and my whole RV experience so far. And for those people that might be interested in getting into RVing, I mean, number one, watch a lot of videos. If you're looking at a particular RV, whether it be a travel trailer, Class A, or whatever, and you see a particular model, go to YouTube and just search that model and that year. I guarantee you there are some people who have that particular RV, and just follow their journey. They're going to answer a lot of your questions that you may have, from just maintenance things to gas mileage and upgrades and storage and all those type of things. So watch as many videos as you can on that particular model that you're looking for. After you do that, then, once you decide to get into your RV and you go out and make the big purchase, there are going to be things that you do over time that you will feel that you need for your own personal RV experience. That's only, you can watch videos, you can say, oh, I wish we had that, I wish I could do that. But once you actually get out there and do it, you'll start catering to your own personal needs, to be, whether some things that you want outside, you want your outside setup to be comfort and matching and all those type of things, from rugs to chairs, all the things. Are you planning on cooking outside? You want a Blackstone grill, or from things from inside, TV upgrades, things like internet. The biggest question everybody asks about RVing is internet. Right now, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. People say they got the hotspots for their phone. If you don't have cell service, the hotspot ain't gonna work. So my experience with using hotspot as my main source of internet is very poor. I'm going to say that experience is very poor. Plan on going out, make sure you want to watch TV or something, make sure you download some stuff from Netflix, like an iPad or something, or you have DVDs, something like that, because the cell service in most campgrounds is going to be very poor, and your hotspot is not going to work. No matter what, T-Mobile, Verizon, whoever, Cricket, it don't matter. None of them's going to work. You're going to have very poor results overall with using your hotspot. The best thing that's out there that most people say for getting internet while you're out traveling in your RV is Starlink. That's been the best thing. So once I do another long trip or something like that, I'm probably going to have to make that investment into Starlink. You just got to make sure you have no trees, things like that. You have to have a clear view of the sky for Starlink to work. But that is because it's satellite. You're not relying on cellular lines to get your internet. So Starlink, to answer all the questions about internet, Starlink is your best bet, especially if you're doing remote stuff. Now, if you're just like in campgrounds and cities where you got good cell service, and do your research. If you're going to a campground, go to reviews, and people will definitely put on their cellular signals and stuff. So for my own personal experience, I'm doing a lot of DIY projects right now. An RV is just like a house. If you go move into a house, whether it's a brand new house or a renovation house, over time you're going to do things. You're going to renovate, you're going to paint, you're going to change out light fixtures, you're going to do landscaping. You're always going to find something to do. So it's the same way with the RV. So I'm doing little things. When the time comes where I can get in this thing and just drive and not worried about coming back, gotta go to work next day or 2-3 days, when we retire, I want to get in this thing and just be ready to hit it. So I'm doing a lot of things now to prepare for that time. So the next 3, 4, 5 years, we're ready to do more longer trips and longer things like that. I'm set. So, and that's why I'm doing a lot of little small DIY projects right now. So I encourage you. I have one cousin. What's up, Gwen? They have an RV there in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't have any RV friends, and I'm looking for some RV people, some friends that we can go just rent out, tailgate, rent out somewhere in Tennessee. Like all the people on the East Coast and up north, they having all the fun. That's where all the RV people, the clubs are all down south, but it don't seem to be anybody in here in Tennessee. So if y'all know people in Middle Tennessee area, I don't care, Memphis, Chattanooga, that's in Tennessee, they want to start an RV club so we can do some meetup things here in Tennessee, let's do it. Let me know. Leave a comment below, and we need to get together and make that happen, because I would love to find some friends where we can just hook up, do maybe an hour drive, spend a couple of days at many of the numerous state parks and stuff here in Tennessee. you know, that'll be good. So if y'all know some people that own RVs here in Tennessee, man, tag your link, comment below. So please hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. My goal of 2026 is not only to get out more camping videos, but I want to reach that 1,000 subscription mark so we can get this channel monetized. And we get this thing monetized, man, we can do some more trips and stuff like that, more upgrades, more DIY projects. Peace. See y'all in the next video. The next video will be about installing that faucet. All right, peace. Me and my RV.